got going on here. I think there's some cool techniques they're using, and it'll be fun to break them apart. So first of all, we've got this fading in thing. If I refresh the page, the yes, so the air kind of moves in, and as I scroll down, kind of the air kind of fades out. Moves back, and the whole thing kind of fades out. So if I inspect this here, try and get that thing. So what I'm seeing now is a video. Take a look at that video, large MP4. It's like something else. Maybe this is it. Sticky wrap. No. Video. Is this the same one again? Yeah, it's the same one. How do we grab this video? Let's start up here. Start up here and go down then. There you go. Main. Oh, here we go. This looks like the iPad itself. So, the iPad is just it can't be a JPEG because we've got, what's going on here? Why are we seeing, there must be a lot of layers now coming, like appearing on top, that are kind of going to come later down the line because iPad Air animation. Here we go. So that looks like a video. Where is the source? There's a lot of junk on there, isn't it? Dated play keyframe. Don't think that's it, to be honest. Section content. Picture. Yeah, once again, there's that. Where are you? Where are you? Nav. Main. So surely it's this first one here. So I reckon this is sticky. Will change. Okay, this looks about right. So you've got a visually hidden H1 here with iPad Air, and then this video. Should we open that? Open a new window. So there you go. You've got a video that's playing, and I'm guessing they're just letting it play through, and then just pausing on the last frame. So then what are they doing? I've lost it again now. What are they doing? Here we go. Looks like they're using a lot of will changes. And here we go. Here's a picture, which it's, yeah. So that was the iPad itself. There we go. So it's just an image. So it's just an image, and they're just on kind of got a scroll animation there. Where are they applying that? So some fade outs going on there. Or no, they're fading in black. They're not even fading it out. It looks like they're bringing in a black kind of overlay, which is kind of cool, which is kind of interesting. I wonder why they chose to not to do that and not fade it out. Basically, maybe the opacity, changing the opacity of like a PNG or something, you probably didn't get a crisp fade. So there's a black overlay. So that's quite cool. That's interesting. I've not really thought about doing that. And then we're obviously scrolling down here, but by the looks of things, again, these are all kind of overlaid from on top of each other. So there's a Position static. I mean, that's position static, so maybe there's some to keep the corner. Where's the scroll bar? So the scroll bar is there, so maybe there's some relative positioning going on. But let's go through. So now this looks interesting. That has to be a video. I think that was playing before, so this is just a kind of video. It's not particularly interesting. And then what are they doing here? Opacity. They're just fading in this text as you kind of scroll down. And this is probably the thing that's giving the page layout the content here, and they're fading it in and out as they do that. There's some cool stuff. Looks quite interesting. Now this, is that it there? No, that's not it. It's really annoying how they've so it makes it hard to assess it. Here we go. Take a look at that. Visually hidden. Here you go. So again, it looks like just a picture. It's just a very intelligently composed picture, or image rather, of the iPad, and as they scroll it, what are they affecting there? Is it that? Yeah, so they're transforming the matrix of that. Now, I don't know any plugins that transform the matrix like this. I mean, the common one is obviously GSAP, but that doesn't do the matrix. That's not touching the matrix, not doing a matrix kind of transform, although it does say free translate in here. I really shouldn't have looked at this on Safari because Safari is so rubbish, but maybe that's like some sort of thing. But anyway, let's have a look what library they're using here. I need to find out. Path anim lockup, path anim. So that's an interesting class. Maybe we can use that to. There we go. So they're using. This to me looks like it's completely bespoke. This kind of scroll on, animate on scroll looks very bespoke. I wonder what they use to actually, whether it's like Svelte or something like this. I doubt someone like Apple would use libraries. Wow, their SEO is, internationalization is mental. Just having a look to see if there's any indication of any libraries they've used, but I doubt they would have used libraries. They're gonna build things from scratch, aren't they? Really. Let me share this link out on Twitter. Right. Yeah, so this all looks very, very bespoke to me. Oh, let's destroy. So look if there's any indication of libraries anywhere. This is the ES module. base component. I don't know what that is. Bubblegum base component. Again, it's clearly just like an internal thing they're using. On draw. Yeah, that looks like definitely some custom stuff. Because there's no other libraries. It's all kind of pre-compiled. But anyway, let's look into this further. So these, again, you might think that they're using some form of, I don't know, some 3JS or some Lottie or something like that, but they're just, the composition of the image is quite nice so that you can get away with these rotations and the scale that's happening, and it looks, doing a lot with a little, if that makes sense, which is quite cool. And again here, probably the same thing. If you want me to look into anything, by the way, do shout. Oh. Subsection colors, section content. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so translate, they're just doing transforms again. They're just welcome. I mean, they look a bit shitty there, to be fair, but just images. I always wonder how big these images are, because I always wonder, like, do you send through a massive image? If I do this and that's weird, it has like a background to it. That must be another one. That's odd. Source set. So they're just using different size images. 2x. They're not even distinguishing between retina and not retina. Only on this one they are. It's quite interesting. Inlet 0. Network image. Colors iPad. Colors iPad. Here we go. Ah, look. Mask. They're using masks, look. That's interesting as well. How are they masking that out? So you've got with the black background here. WebKit mask size. Cool. I've never used masking before. Wonder why they would do that. Maybe it's because JPEGs are a lot, like PNGs are uncompressed, so JPEGs are a lot lighter, of course. So like maybe masking it out, and it's just a black and white. It's just a what do you call it? A bump map. This obviously uses the white to mask these things out. Very cool. WebKit mask image. WebKit mask image. Use masking linear and gradient when it's going to be used in numbers table. I mean, of course, they're just going to use something that I mean, everything kind of uses it. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Good. What is this now? So that's just a video, look. That's just a video. And they're playing through. What's this? Oh. Okay. So yeah. Playing through it. You can see even the quality there is pretty bad, to be fair. So that's quite cool. And then just stopping on that last frame there. Again, more of the same probably. That's cool. Are these HTML? I'm going to see if that text is, how that text is kind of locked to that. It looks pretty good anyway. I'm guessing that's section content. Scan a document using the back camera. That's visually hidden. Draw on your videos. So that's some visually. So I'm guessing that is an image, but they're using visually hidden stuff there as well. That's cool. That's number one. There we go. That's number two. So again, they're using JPEGs as much as possible because that's on a white background. Oh no, because it must have a mask. There must be a. How are they masking that? Okay, yeah. This is probably the same mask being used in all those. I want to know what that scan document thing is. There we go. There it is. See, it's a picture. I'm guessing it doesn't have an alt tag on it. Yeah. Cool. And that's kind of it for interesting stuff on that one. This could be interesting. Again, you could probably get away with just rotating that. Yeah, same here. So there's two separate images being well timed. Ah, what's that? Another video. For a new window. Yeah, so they're doing a lot of these videos playing through and obviously controlling that with the scrolls. That's another interesting thing. cool. Let's have a look at the new Mac Studio. This looks like a beast. So is this a video then, I'm guessing? Canvas. So that could be a, I don't think that's 3JS as such, but that could be Lottie. Or you could at least do that with some sort of Lottie, but I don't know what. Video sequence hardware transform. There's something interesting there. And then just scaling in because you can see the pixel quality just go to crap. And then this, probably a video. Hero movie. Picture? No way. That's the thing they've probably scaled up. Yeah, that's another yeah, there's another Lottie-esque thing they've got going on there. Or something is rendering a video in the canvas. What's this? Another one, another canvas. I want to know what they're doing inside of these. Auto films. Emitter. Anyway, we can tell. I mean, they're getting a canvas. Is there anything that finds a canvas in here? Canvas with video texture. Just a standard. Standard kind of transform. That looks like a, yeah, that's just adding a class to that. Cool. This must be a video because it's user control. Keyframe. So it must be controlling. So making sure that that always starts the right keyframe. Oh, that looks bad. How are they doing that then? How are they getting that sort of clear background picture? I don't know how they get that masking. I know there's still of that too. Yeah. I guess it wouldn't be so hard to create that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's just with CSS. The background stuff is just a linear gradient. Yeah, nice and simple. This could be like 3 layers placed on top of each other. So what's that? Yes, that's the top. Yeah, it's just fading between different layers. It's cool to like just observe like things like this and how clever you can do them now. Are they PNGs? No, they're just JPEGs. So they're using JPEGs as much as they can, which is inspiring. Because images are just so slow. They slow down your website so much, you know? Video. I mean, how big is that image? There's a background image. Oh, they did sections within sections. I don't know how big that image is. It's friggin' huge. Oh, there we go. It's just on the figure itself. That's interesting. Because there's only 2. we see how big these images are. I don't know what the physical dimension is of that image because it's 200 kilobytes. Just interested to know how big the images are that they use as well, because they look really crisp. Some of them look pretty crisp, and be interested to know what they use to compress those images too. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. That was cool. That's cool to look at. If you like, it's interesting that they've used JPEGs as much as they can, and then masking them out with the WebKit mask thing, so mask image. That's quite interesting. Barely any PNGs. I mean, I don't think they had any PNGs, to be fair. Network images, JPEG, and just doing a lot. And just doing a lot with what they have to get that performance. That's the thing. When a website that I did recently, we were just animating a lot of PNGs, and it just doesn't. It's just clunky. It's very heavy for the browser to do. So that was really interesting. And also playing videos, using videos, and using the mouse position to scroll through those. I think it's just a combination of like looking into clever ways of doing things and working with the art team to just try and get the best out of it, not pushing the technology too far, making sure it still looks good. Cool. I think I'll wrap up there. I think that was just an interesting little exploration. And the products look wicked too. I really like the studio. It's just so expensive, and I don't need it anyway because I've got my MacBook. It's fine, but yeah. Where's the thing? Cool. Thanks for tuning in. If you did, it's very late for me now, so I'm going to go to bed. But if you did tune in, thank you so much, and I will see you soon.